Hey. Hey. If you are looking to elevate your boss status, then stay tuned because we're going to talk about the underrated strategies for how to use LinkedIn to market your business. Since you're watching this video, I assume that you're a professional or an entrepreneur who's wondering how you can take your business to the next level with LinkedIn marketing strategies, or you're wondering how to more effectively use the platform. Either way, we've got you covered. LinkedIn is what I consider my MVP. Like, it's my most valuable platform. LinkedIn has recognized me as one of their top 15 sales influencers. But way before that, when I started using LinkedIn, I was shocked at its capabilities, right?
Yes.
I thought LinkedIn was just like this resume platform where you post, your capabilities, your skill sets, and you use it to find a job. And when I first saw how it could be used to market, and there's so many different ways, I'm like, this is so underrated. And it's been like 4 or 5 years that I've been training on LinkedIn, and I still talk to people every single day who are just like, yeah, I didn't even know you could do that. Like, it's shocking to me.
Yes. It's a fantastic platform, and there's so many things that people still are not using.
Right.
I mean, I can just run off a couple of them. I mean,
let's go.
A lot of business owners don't have a company page. And that's pretty important for you to have a digital presence for your business. I also noticed that a lot of businesses, large and small, don't, if your employees don't have a corporate banner, why don't you give them one? Right? So little things like that, just, using a corporate banner for anyone that doesn't want to create their own, even though it's really easy to do. You could use ads. Ads is another really good tool on LinkedIn. There are just lots of places you can go to generate marketing exposure.
I'm going to go deeper into that a little bit. So I kind of want to take those one by one because I love exactly what you said. So first and foremost, the company page. Yes. There's something, so it takes literally like 5 seconds to create your company page on LinkedIn. So especially if you're an entrepreneur, if I go, this is what this looks like. I go to your LinkedIn personal profile page and I see your companies listed. But because you haven't created a company page, there's no logo, it doesn't hyperlink to anything. So I think, oh, you're a struggling entrepreneur. You don't really got a business. You over here just saying you make potato chips or you freelance. Like, all jokes aside, I question the legitimacy of the business when there's no company page. So first and foremost, if you're looking to effectively market, set up a company page. It's a simple step that just increases the level of trust with the consumer. Okay. And then secondly, you talked about that cover banner, which I love. And I love that you said creating a company banner. Okay, so if we think about what a LinkedIn profile page looks like, the banner that Cheryl is referencing is what I call the top of the fold. It's like that, it's big prime real estate, right? This huge rectangle at the top of the page. And what we know from data and studies is that the average consumer will glance at your profile, and really the majority of what they see is the cover banner. And so many leaders and organizations and entrepreneurs have a default background, which is like this blue design, and it tells nothing about who you are in the marketplace. Whereas we have clients who, just by customizing that banner, are able to position themselves to attract opportunities. Here's some tidbits for what to do. Think about who your ideal buyer is. Think about your value proposition. Think about your call to action. What's the next step you want the buyer to take with you? Think about your URL, your website, or social proof. Are there major logos that you work with? Like, you can orient your buyer immediately by the design and logos and visuals of your cover banner. And then to Cheryl's point, make it a template and share it with everyone on your team so that there's consistency, because consistency builds trust. Love it. Okay, third thing, ads. Oh my gosh. Okay, so ads on LinkedIn, listen. I think that there is a metric for where I've seen LinkedIn ads be effective. Personally, I'm one of those people I like to teach from, I don't like to teach from theory, I like to teach as a practitioner. So I hear there are brands that are using LinkedIn effectively and they find LinkedIn ads to be a successful strategy. I've not found it to be worth my while in consideration of all the other platforms, but it is a strategy that exists. I I know from what I've heard that typically if your average deal size is $20,000 to $25,000 or more, it can be an effective strategy, but I still would argue that they're more effective ad strategies, paid ad strategies.
Yes, it's coming along. Everything's evolving.
Right.
So if it's not here now, make sure you check back.
Yes, but it's a way to market. It is a way to market. And depending on what your goals are, it might make sense for your business.
Yeah, and there are a lot of entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, and small business owners out there that don't use other platforms.
Exactly.
So that might be something to explore.
To consider. Absolutely. Okay, so we talked about ads, the company page. I also want to talk about your personal profile page, right? When we think about marketing, we're all in the business of people. And so one strategy that I use is that when I think about my website, I think of it as a static platform, right? Like, you know, once you go to my website, you're not going to have a lot of interaction with me. There's not a lot of conversation. And so I feel like LinkedIn, my LinkedIn personal profile, is a more dynamic way for me to market. Here's what I mean by that. Because I consistently publish on the platform, because I have conversations with my network on the platform, if you connect with me on LinkedIn, you're going to see my insights. You're going to see my thought leadership. You're going to see how I communicate with the marketplace. You're going to see how those who already trust me interact with me and what they say about me. So it just creates this dynamic experience for us to cultivate a relationship. So one of the things that I suggest is whether it's your business card or your website or other places, when someone asks me for my business card, I'm like, hey, let me show you something really cool. Pull out your phone. And then I have them scan my LinkedIn QR code and connect with me on LinkedIn. Because my LinkedIn profile page is just such, I think it's one of the best business cards.
Yes, absolutely. And I think at the end of the day, really, there's so many different ways we have to approach buyers and prospects. So you have to be prepared and ready. And that's why using a variety of ways to get to them is really important.
Love it. Speaking of LinkedIn profile page being a marketing tool, I have a story that just was illuminating for me. So on LinkedIn, a first degree connection is someone that you're personally connected with. A second degree connection is someone that's not in your network, but they're a connection of your connection, if that makes sense. It's like, Cheryl's my first degree connection, this is my friend, but Cheryl might be connected to someone and we don't know each other, but we share Cheryl as someone that we know.
Like a play cousin.
You said a play cousin. I love it. So I'm lost. Story gone. No, but when I think about this situation, what happened was, I had a first degree connection that posted something on LinkedIn and I thought it was intriguing. So I liked it and I put a comment. I don't even know what the comment was. Okay. I go to bed that night and I wake up in the morning and someone viewed my LinkedIn profile the night before and then scheduled a discovery call with me. And so I'm that person that as I'm preparing for a discovery call, I'm like, who is this person? How did they find me? You know, like I'm trying to do my diligence to prepare for the call. And so I can't figure it out. I'm not connected with them on LinkedIn. I don't recognize their name. I'm like, I don't know how this person found me. So I get on the discovery call, and one of the questions I ask is like, how did you find me? And she was like, oh, we're not connected on LinkedIn, but I'm connected with, we'll call him John Doe. I'm connected with John Doe. And I saw you commented on his post, and your headline intrigued me. So she's like, I clicked on your LinkedIn profile, and she's like, admittedly, I spent all night binging. Because I used to have podcasts on my LinkedIn profile. I had white papers. I had videos on there. And she was like, I went through your LinkedIn profile. I binged your videos and all of that. And so she came to this call knowing what she wanted to buy from me and ready to make her 5-figure deposit just because of seeing my LinkedIn marketing and my LinkedIn profile. So that was mind blowing. Like that was one of those moments where I was like, yeah, I think I'm going to double down over here. But before we wrap up, I want to share a couple more things because there are a few other ways that using LinkedIn can be advantageous. As I was just mentioning, LinkedIn, publishing content on LinkedIn is a way to market. We know that executive buyers are willing to pay up to 13 times more for the services of a highly visible expert. So I don't want to skip over the fact that publishing content on LinkedIn is great for marketing. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'm actually going to end up passing the ball back to you because you always say, what is the percentage of people that actually publish on LinkedIn regularly?
1%. That's crazy.
1%. There's so much room for improvement there. So, literally, And it appears that it's a busy platform.
Yeah,
but at the end of the day, there aren't that many people there.
Yeah.
Right? So that's a whole ocean for you to take over.
Yes.
If you just become very consistent, as Liz mentioned earlier. In addition, it's the trust. It's consistency breeds trust. Right?
Yep.
Yeah. So
I love
it's a great platform, and it really, there's so much opportunity there. It's well worth diving into with the big money movement, because that is what we do.
It is what we do. So let's show them. Let's show them. Y'all want to make some big money moves together? Stay tuned. Let's go deeper. In the next video, we'll go deeper in how to do B2B marketing on LinkedIn. We'll see you there. Bye.